How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Just Jared Gaming. My name is in fact Just Jared, but you guys can just call me Jared. Today we're talking about Destiny 2, and we're talking about an interesting topic when it comes to Destiny 2 because videos have been made of this topic a lot lately, so I want to kind of jump in with my thoughts. People are talking about space combat in Destiny 2. Now in Destiny 1, right now, the ships that you can collect in the game are pretty much, they're not pointless, but they don't do much but, you know, give you something to look at during a loading screen, which is all fine and dandy, and there's cool ones you can collect. But right now in Destiny 1, ships are basically pointless. But in the revealed trailer of Destiny 2, we got a short clip of a ship shooting one of the Cabal fleets, okay? That's what we got, and that sparked this huge thing where people are like, oh my god, space combat, Destiny 2, hype, right? That's what happened. I don't believe in any of that. We've seen space combat in cinematic trailers or cinematic videos in Destiny 2 or in Destiny before. I don't believe in any of that. I don't think space combat is good. Let's just get this out of the way. I don't think space combat is going to be in Destiny 2 at all. Because we've seen cinematics in Destiny 1 where ships are shooting other ships, and nobody ever was like, oh my god, it's happening, space combat. No, it's just a cinematic. And this isn't making fun of anybody who thinks it is a thing. It definitely could be, but I think that's too far of a stretch. That's like mixing genres, right? There's no loot game out there, quite like Destiny, but there's not a loot game, I don't think, that includes space combat and on the ground, boots on the ground, kind of like shooting. I don't know. It's just, I guess nobody's done something like Destiny before, but it's too far of a stretch, I think, to have space combat. Now, people were also looking at the logo of the Destiny beta recently. Now, the Destiny beta of Destiny 1, the logo for it, had a ship in the logo, and then the beta for Destiny 2, the logo's different, the ship is different, the ship layout is different than any kind of ship we actually see in Destiny 1 as of today. And people are looking at the guns on the ship, and they're like, oh my god, there's guns on the ship, we're going to be able to shoot our ships, space combat. Like, they're putting all these points together on this board, and I just don't think it's going to be a thing. We have guns on our ships in Destiny 1 right now, but they don't actually do anything. They're just there because, well, it's a ship, and ships usually have guns, so why not? But let's talk about space combat. How would space combat work in Destiny 2? Right, Destiny 2, they are changing the game a lot, but it's still going to be a loot-based space shooter MMO type deal. They're not changing the core of Destiny. They're changing a lot about it, like the openness of the worlds. They're changing the story, so it's actually a story, but they're not changing the genre at all. That's why I don't think space combat is going to be a thing. Now, what they could do, they could implement space combat for like a story mission, like 1 or 2 story missions, because that has been done in games before. There's been games where it's not a space like combat shooter, but you have a mission where you're flying a ship and you actually get to shoot with it in space, but that's just part of a story mission. Maybe they'll do that, where you actually get to control your ship. But I don't know, because that's a huge mechanic just for one mission. Unless they're seriously focusing heavily on the story, then they might do that. But if they're not, if it's still going to be a light story, a heavy loot game, then I don't think space combat or putting in that mechanic is going to be worth one mission. So I don't know. It just seems very weird of a mixture to me if they were to put space combat in Destiny. If I try to imagine space combat in Destiny 1, it just doesn't work. Like, I don't know in what world I would do that, unless it was like a Crucible multiplayer event. I just came up with that on the spot during this recording. What if space combat was in Destiny 2, but it was a Crucible mode? See, that's different. That's crazy different. Once again, that's a whole mechanic that they would have to change and add in just for a Crucible mode. That could be a possibility. But just as one story mission, if they're heavily focusing on the story, I could see that, but if not, I don't really see it happening. I don't think space combat is going to be a thing. I say 90% sure for me, I don't think space combat is going to be in Destiny 2. But I mean, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. A lot of people are talking about, you know, being able to fly your ship and do things with it instead of just look at it for loading screens. Do I think ships will be used for something else other than loading screens? Yes, I do, but I don't know what that would be, you know, besides space combat. That's the thing. We're at the stopping point where I don't really think space combat will be a thing, but I think they're going to change the way ships work. But maybe it's just customization. I think they'll allow you to customize your ship more, be able to change things more, be able to get more ships that look cool instead of ships that look like crap, which they've kind of fixed in Destiny 1 over the last couple of years. But I think they'll change some things and make it more of a personalization thing, but I don't think there's going to be a ginormous gameplay element that, you know, is equipped with what ship you actually have. And you got to remember too, in Destiny 2, the plot is we lose everything we have in the beginning, so we're not even going to have a ship. So I don't know what's going to go on. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just want to throw out some thoughts to you guys right there. Let me know what you guys think about space combat in Destiny 2. It's a little on the weird side. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, what they could do with ships besides space combat to kind of change it up from just the loading screens we see in Destiny 1. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. That would be awesome of you. And subscribe for more Destiny 2 news all the time. My name has been JustJarrod. I hope you guys have a fantastically awesome day. Until next time, peace out.